Hey everyone, Codex here. So today what we're gonna do is take a look at Bitcoin and we'll be discussing many catalysts that have led to where we are today. I want to go over the recent price correction and also share my thoughts on the USDC peg that's happening as we speak. I don't think many are picturing the entire outcome, and so we'll cover that in detail. So if you guys like the content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel of course, and join us in the Telegram channel. Now, this has been a wonderful week when it comes to the news. It all started with the New York Attorney General claiming that Ether is a security in a KuCoin lawsuit. The goal behind this lawsuit is to stop KuCoin from representing itself as an exchange and blocking the app in New York. The petition related to ETH argues that the coin, just like Luna and UST, is nothing but a speculative asset that relies on the effort of third-party developers, and therefore KuCoin was required to register before selling ETH. Now, this news have pushed the price slightly down since a lot of people were confused, because back in 2018 we had this conversation too about ETH and BTC, and the SEC's director announced that the commission would not be treating ETH or Bitcoin as securities. And so for an attorney general to come up with something like this from God knows where is wild, to say the least. This was the first catalyst in a series of many. Following that, we've just received the news that Silvergate, also known as FTX's banking partner who runs a payment network for crypto exchanges, experienced a bank run and it totally collapsed amid losing $1 billion on bonds. The third issue appeared when USDC pegged. Now, there are surely a lot of things happening leading to this point, but the main thing to grasp is that Circle, which is the issuer of stablecoin USDC, came up with a massive problem. To give you a small background about the story, Circle has about $10 billion in cash reserve, and about a third of that, which comes to $3.3 billion, were stored with Silicon Valley Bank, which just went bonkers, creating a massive hole. This comes at a cost, of course. In the following hours, USDC went from being a stablecoin at $1 to being valued at 88 cents. Binance has temporarily suspended the auto conversion USDC to BUSD to lower their risk and exposure to it, and Coinbase also announced that they are pausing USDC USD conversion for this weekend, causing more panic in this community. Now, in the shadows of all of this, one coin is hiding and many people are forgetting it and missing it, and this coin is DAI, which uses USDC as collateral within its system. Its level of exposure is surely limited as their backend consists of many other coins like WRAP, BTC, ETH, USDP, and a dozen of other cryptocurrencies. It's not exactly your typical stable coin. It's more like a hybrid stablecoin, not even an algorithmic stablecoin. And MakerDAO have on multiple occasions said that they have a mechanism in place to mitigate the risk of any single collateral asset falling or failing to keep its value, and therefore if USDC was to collapse, I would assume that it will surely have an impact on MakerDAO and the value of DAI as a coin, but it wouldn't necessarily imply a total collapse. DAI is more resilient, I would say. The biggest issue I'm seeing, however, is that the highest percentage of collateral is in USDC, and that's why I'm a bit skeptical, because even if their system is as good as they claim, and even if they have a solution in place that will come to play if a coin were to collapse, the question remains, can the system handle the largest collateral collapsing? That's a completely different story. There is a massive difference between having 1% of your collateral losing its value and between your largest collateral going to zero. Now, this combination of news have pushed Bitcoin to peak down below 20,000 US dollars, which by the way we've said many times will happen. If you go on our Telegram channel, you will notice that since we've been trading at 25k, we say that lower levels such as the 20k area will be revisited, and I still think that lower levels will be seen in the future. Now, I don't know if the bottom is in or not for this market cycle, and I'm not going to claim it's in or not, but it's hard for me to admit that the bear market is over when it's clearly not, just because you have this feeling. This idea is completely irrational in my opinion. Now, As we speak, Bitcoin is still trading around 20,000 US dollars and it's stuck in a high volume node, which is a level of high interest. If we open up the VPVR indicator, we can see that we have a massive horizontal spike around this area, meaning that this is currently our support and the level we should be holding. Here, however, we don't have much, meaning that this is a low volume node, which is a falling area. Whenever we drop below a high volume node, we end up visiting the next one because typically there are no buying orders or any real activity happening in these areas. There isn't a single thing trying to hold us back up, and so what ends up happening is the price falling from one horizontal spike like this one to the next one, meaning that if Bitcoin was to fall below the support, our odds of revisiting the Q4 levels are very high. Again, I'm saying if, then, okay? Also, if we open up the Phoenix Ascending indicator, we can see that the blue LSMA and Red RSI are below 50 on the daily time frame, and they actually dropped below the mid-yellow line when Bitcoin was trading at roughly 23.5 thousand US dollars, signaling a shift in the trend and a bearish phase. And until both lines start going up high again and reverse, what we will see in the following days will be sideways at best and downside at worst. Everyone thought that 2022 was completely over and 2023 will offer us a fresh start, far from the demons of insolvency and liquidation, but it doesn't seem like it. Monday will be massive in my opinion. There will be a lot of volatility and high volume for sure, and that will be the real test for Coinbase, USDC and DAI, if banks open of course. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks everyone for sticking by. Also, if you want to store your coins safely in a decentralized hardware wallet, I keep saying this over and over, just get your coins off exchanges. You can get a hardware wallet with the link down below. Decent are always offering discounts on their biometric wallets and Ethereum cards. Make sure to get one. Stay safe and I'll see you in another video. Bye.